Tonight, from Jamie Kloss being brought home safely to a historic year for the Iron Range. We're taking a look back at the biggest stories 2019 had to offer. And new year, new you. People around the Twin Ports are aiming to make 2020 the best year yet. Plus, how a record amount of freight arriving in the Twin Ports is impacting roads after the Can of Worms project was scaled back.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Kristen has the night off. People all around the globe are saying goodbye to the 2010s tonight and hello to a new decade. Locally, many people set goals in ways they hope to personally improve the weeks, months, and year to come. CBS 3's Jesse Slater spoke with people around the Twin Ports about what they hope to accomplish in the new year.
The end of the decade means leaving behind the old and starting fresh with the new. For some New Year hopefuls, increasing hobbies and skills is a must.
Is to learn how to cook a bunch of new things, maybe make a new meal every month or so, as well as possibly owning my own business.
Others had health and fitness on their minds.
Committing to 6 months, and then my goal is 30 pounds.
I plan on losing 40 pounds in 6 months. And I guess just try to be a better person for 2020.
For some, it's more about living it up.
Ultimately, just drink more beer, have a good time, enjoy life.
One woman hopes to take a daily stressor out of her life.
It's not very green and it's not very political, but I'm going to use more paper products.
Okay, why
paper
not?
plates, paper towels, because I have a busy family life and I'm always doing dishes, and so I decided to make life simpler.
But for one couple, it's all about commitment to each other.
I've had the same one for 45 years, and that resolution is to once again remain married to my wife.
Reminding everyone, no matter how big or small, you can achieve any goal you set your mind to.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Meanwhile, here's a look at celebrations around the globe tonight. This is what Paris looked like about 7 hours before we were able to say hello to a new year, or will be able to say hello to a new year, rather. They ring in the new decade with a massive fireworks display and party near the Arc de Triomphe. About an hour after celebrations in Paris, the chimes of Big Ben rang out over London to mark the start of 2020 after being prepared for the special occasion amid the ongoing restoration. Crowds gathered by the River Thames in the UK capital also witnessed a fireworks display centered around the London Eye. And in the land down under, Sydney, Australia put on their usual stunning display of fireworks. More than 1 million people rang in the new year despite the ongoing wildfire crisis ravaging Australia's most populous state. And with that, we'll turn over to Dave, the party animal, who's getting ready to ring in the new year by bringing people the weather. Dave?
Party animal emeritus, because I don't do it much anymore, but yeah, I know how, in theory.
In theory, yeah.
Former practice. Weather party today. Sun came out. That really brightened up a lot of folks' spirits, even though there were still a few folks like me hammering and shoveling away at that frozen mess we got over the weekend. Well, today's little respite came courtesy of high pressure, which cooled us down a little bit. But tomorrow we're going to cloud up and warm up thanks to that warm front to our west. So our day planner for Wednesday, New Year's Day, says chilly start to the day. We'll be in the single digits for a lot of places and then perk up towards 25 degrees in the afternoon with that thicker cloud cover. That's a little warmer than normal. Along with the thicker cloud cover, some folks tomorrow may get a little light snow, and we'll tell you who's going to get what coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. The Minnesota Court of Appeals has rejected an appeal for a lesser sentence by a former Duluth middle school teacher. Carla Winterfeld was sentenced in 2018 to 12 years in prison after pleading guilty to first-degree criminal sexual conduct. The 35-year-old admitted to sexually assaulting a former 15-year-old student. This week, the Court of Appeals found there to be no abuse of discretion. Winterfeld's sentence also included the possibility of 4 years of supervised release. She is a registered sex offender. A renewed focus on the Can of Worms project set to start next year comes with a major impact on wind turbine shipments to the Twin Ports. CBS 3's Kaylin Moffitt tells us what that means for the Lincoln Park neighborhood.
In 2019, the Duluth Seaway Port Authority welcomed a record-breaking 300,000 freight tons of wind energy cargo. If you live in the Lincoln Park neighborhood, you saw some of that cargo move through city streets.
Currently, it does move through the city streets, and having the ramps to be able to put it on the major interstates immediately would help expedite the flow of that cargo out of the port.
Trucks carrying wind turbine parts measuring as long as 225 feet currently travel on Garfield Avenue onto Piedmont before getting on to Highway 53.
It's oversized, overweight, very long cargo.
And the port says you can expect to continue seeing it for the foreseeable future. That after MnDOT announced last month it was scaling back its Can of Worms reconstruction project set to begin next year.
All of the soils and waters in the I-35 corridor there by Can of Worms is contaminated. And so since we are doing a project, we have to take it out and deal with the contamination.
Those challenges amounting to an additional $100 million means postponing construction of the Garfield 535 ramp. The construction would have allowed for the heavy cargo to move from city streets to the highway.
Fortunately, we have great partners with the city and really, truly the community as a whole that's been patient and supporting of that process, and we appreciate that.
The port says for now, with no alternative in sight, neighbors will have to continue being patient with heavy cargo moving through their streets.
MnDOT officials say they are hopeful that during the $343 million project, they are able to receive additional funding to fully complete the remainder of the reconstruction project. Meanwhile, on the day contracts expire, St. Louis County officials say today they have no word on whether county plow drivers plan to strike. According to the county's communication manager, the county has not received a notice of the Teamsters Local 320 intent to strike. They also say they have not been notified of their interest to return to the bargaining table. Teamster members voted almost unanimously this month to authorize a potential strike if their demands are not met. Contract for union plow drivers expired today. And as we get ready to ring in 2020, we want to take a few minutes to take a look back at some of the biggest stories of this year. From a fire that destroyed a historic synagogue to back-to-back titles for the UMD Bulldogs. Here's a countdown of the top 10 stories of 2019. 2019 marked the beginning of two major expansion projects in downtown Duluth. Essentia Health broke ground on an $800 million reshape dubbed Vision Northland. Over the next 3 years, Essentia plans to build a replacement hospital bed tower, clinic space, and surgical suites. St. Luke's Hospital also broke ground on its own expansion project, expected to last 15 months. The $37.5 million project includes a new ER and helipad. Meanwhile, it was a year of milestones in the Iron Range mining industry. In January, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers signed off on a final permit for the proposed PolyMet project. Several months later, Glencore announced it acquired more than 70% of PolyMet stock. Twin Metals, meanwhile, officially entered the environmental review process in late December. The company is proposing to open Minnesota's first underground precious metals mine. It was homeward bound for the William A. Irvin in October. The 610-foot retired iron ore freighter made its way back to the Duluth Slip after a year of repairs in Superior. The Laker had to be moved to allow for critical repair work on the slip. Doors are expected to open to tourists once again in 2020. An undercover drug bust in Duluth in November led to the largest fentanyl seizure in Minnesota in 2019. During the operation, Bureau of Criminal Apprehension agents seized 80 grams of suspected pure fentanyl powder. Experts say that that's enough to kill 26,000 people. 2 men were charged in connection with the crime. Another win for the Bulldogs. The University of Minnesota Duluth men's hockey team captured a second consecutive championship win in the Frozen Four in April. The Bulldogs won 3-0 over the University of Massachusetts Amherst. UMD beat the University of Notre Dame in 2018. Wisconsin's 7th District is gearing up for a special election following the resignation of 4-term Congressman Sean Duffy in September. The Republican announced he was stepping down in order to spend more time with family. In a Facebook post, Duffy said he and his wife learned that their baby, who was due in late October, needed attention due to health complications. 3 Republicans and 3 Democrats are seeking the vacant seat. They'll face off in a primary in February. 4-legged officer remembered. A Duluth canine was shot and killed while responding to a domestic assault at a home along West Skyline Parkway in January. His human partner, 4-year veteran officer Aaron Holler, was injured in the incident. At 3 years old, Haas was relatively young for being a canine. Over the summer, community members celebrated the renaming of the Gary New Duluth Dog Park to the Canine Haas Memorial Dog Park. Thanksgiving 2019 is a holiday we won't soon forget. Back-to-back snowstorms delivered nearly 2 feet of snow to parts of the Northland. The snow made travel difficult, in one case shutting
shutting down a section of I-35 near Duluth. It also took more than a week for plows to clear city streets across the Twin Ports. An overnight fire in September destroyed a historic synagogue in downtown Duluth and left a firefighter with minor injuries. It took firefighters several hours to knock out flames inside the 119-year-old Adas Israel congregation. Police arrested Matthew Amiot in connection with the fire. The 36-year-old homeless man told police he lit a fire in a small space behind the synagogue and was unable to put it out. And in January, after 88 days, 13-year-old Jamie Kloss managed to escape captivity inside a rural Douglas County, Wisconsin home. In October of 2018, Jake Patterson abducted the teen from her family's home in Barron. He fatally shot her parents before kidnapping her. Patterson is serving 2 consecutive life sentences for 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of kidnapping. Hundreds of volunteers spread across the area in the days after the kidnapping in search of the teen. Authorities also reviewed more than 2,000 tips in the case.
For a look at the top 10 stories that you viewed on the CBS3 Facebook page in 2019, head on over to our website, cbs3duluth.com. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, from the library to the coffee shops, we take a look at how local businesses are celebrating the start of a new decade.
Yes, there's me. Record low temp for this day, 31 degrees below zero, 1946. We'll get cool by tomorrow morning, but not that cold. We'll talk about the temperatures and any clouds and trees that come on our way for the week ahead. Coming ahead after this break.
Hottest prices of the year, plus free shipping on any order, no minimum. The 4-day year-end doorbuster sale at Slumberland Furniture.
At Chevy, we're all family. We're a festive family.
We're a get-up-and-go family. We're all part of the Chevy family.
Because our Chevy employee discount is still available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
So Happy New Year, and welcome to the family.
The Chevy family. Use your Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $11,800 on this Silverado All-Star. The Chevy employee discount for everyone ends soon.
Feel your devices come alive. Speeds from 100 meg up to 1 gig. Stunning streaming video. Unbeatable power. Wi-Fi on blast. 99.9% network reliability. 100% incredible. Switch to Extreme Internet 100 today for $34.99 a month for 1 year. Call 844-EXTREME2.
The balances on your credit cards are worse than your yoga poses.
It's going to be a stretch to make those payments.
Call Consolidated Credit. They can lower your interest rates to get you out of debt fast without destroying your credit. The program works. Call Consolidated Credit. Call
1-800-322-8269. 1-800-322-8269.
Census taker. Good pay, flexible hours. Help shape your community's future. Be a census taker. Apply today.
Hottest prices of the year, plus free shipping on any order, no minimum. The 4-day year-end doorbuster sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, let's take a look at the last Ely sunset here for the year. This is just up the Echo Trail, looking to the south towards Ely. For me, being an Ely boy, a familiar sight up in that ridge line there just north of town. Beautiful day. With high pressure in place, we all had a beautiful day. But it was really only a one-day visit from the high pressure. Tomorrow, it'll already start to cloud up again. And tonight, thanks to the high pressure and the clearish sky, it's going to get pretty chilly. Maybe below zero by a few degrees for some towns, and single digits for the rest. We'll talk about how long that's going to last in just a bit. But of course, right now we look at the current condition at the airport in Duluth. And up there, it's in the single digits already, 9 above. Relative humidity is 80% and the westerly wind is running 6 miles per hour. Our air pressure going up. Yesterday in the heart of the low, it was down towards about 29.49. Right now at 29.71. Textbook says 29.92 is normal, but that was close enough to give us that clearer sky around the area here today, which again is not going to last much longer. So talking about temperatures dipping below zero, looks like it's already happened in Watersmeet at 2 below, 9 above right now Ironwood, and we're eyeing up 14 in Ashland. Superior's at 13 degrees, and getting down to Moose Lake we have 9 above. 4 degrees below zero in Hibbing, 5 above right now, or 2 International Falls. With clouds trying to increase tonight, again, some of these really chilly temperatures you see at this hour may come up a little bit and perk back into the single digits above zero. So a little bit brisk, also a little bit topsy-turvy with a little back and forth action going here with the numbers. Now, taking a look at the Doppler map for the region with the high pressure in place. Yeah, finally, the 3-4 days worth of snow has gone away, and it cleared up very nicely today, as we saw from the picture. But if you focus to the west, you can see some higher, thinner clouds starting to infiltrate places like Couchiching County. And once we get into tomorrow afternoon, an overcast sky should take over the region again and maybe stay that way for a while because, again, tonight the high pressure is migrating away. Low pressure is advancing from the west, leading with its warm front, so clouds go up. And temperatures do go up as well. Cold start to the morning, sure, but by tomorrow afternoon, back to warmer than normal by about 5 or so degrees. And again, for the week ahead, we stay pretty close to that, above normal by about 5 to even 10 degrees. Not forever, but for a while. Tonight in Minnesota, the low temps, I think the final shuffling of the cards by tomorrow dawn will be 0 near Ely, as warm as 13 by the lake. So again, some places will cool tonight, others will actually warm up just a little bit. Looking at the forecast here for Wisconsin, Michigan, any vague little showers of snow trying to linger will go away briefly, and then the clouds will thicken up once again. So it's a bit of a back and forth kind of action there as well. But anyway, low temps, that neck of the woods should be in the single digits above for the most part. And then for tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan, high temps go back to the mid to even upper 20s. With a partly sunny to mostly cloudy sky on that side of our world. In Minnesota, as the clouds thicken, there could be a 30% chance for snow showers, especially north of Duluth, and high temps will push into the 20s, perhaps as warm as 28 right by the lake. Now that the clouds established themselves, Anthony, I think they do stay pretty thick, maybe all the way through next Tuesday. Snow chances, we get some beginning Wednesday night and into Thursday, Friday, just flurries, and Saturday too. Better chance for an inch or two of snow, though, to stick comes on Sunday, and in turn that fades away back towards cooler conditions by next Tuesday. High temp then of only 13 above.
Chilly for next Tuesday.
Yeah. So chilly tomorrow, chilly next Tuesday, relatively mild in between.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Dave. Well, if you're looking for a new way to ring in the new year, how about a ring in your ears? Wusso's Concert Cafe in Spirit Valley is celebrating their 9th annual New Year's Eve Bash all day today. The music began at 6 o'clock this morning. 24 different groups took the stage throughout the day. The owner of the cafe says it is important to cater to everyone ringing in the new year.
We want to do something different for New Year's Eve. It's usually been a late night, a drinking holiday. And we have so many friends that maybe don't want to partake or want to be safe, or they have kids, so it's an early all-age event.
No worries if you still want to get out there. The music continues through midnight. And they probably wouldn't make it until midnight, so kids in the Twin Ports celebrated the new year 12 hours early. The Duluth Public Library hosted its New Year's Eve celebration today. Kids 2nd grade and younger enjoyed a balloon drop, dance party, crafts, and music. Organizers say it's a fun way to ring in the new year and celebrate literacy.
The library just really enjoys bringing fun to the library and having kids get to enjoy literacy in a fun way. We are incorporating literacy through the activities we're doing with writing and playing and singing and talking.
This is the 4th year the library has hosted the noon celebration. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, tensions flare in the Middle East after the U.S. Embassy is attacked. Troops are sent to shore up security.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. Presidential award-winning service. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler. KohlerToyota.com.
A new Buick?
To James, from James.
Hey, is this a new Buick?
I Secret Santa'd myself.
I shouldn't have. I have been very good this year. I love it. I love it.
Don't forget you this holiday season. Celebrate the holidays with over $5,600 below MSRP on this 2019 Buick Encore Preferred. Or current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get just over $6,700 below MSRP. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
Nobody beats our selection of Mohawk flooring at Menards. Give your floors a new look with Roxborough Frisé carpet. It's soft underfoot and adds style and warmth to your rooms. In 2 colors, only 84 cents a square foot. Herald laminate flooring features a textured surface with beveled edges for a distinctive look. Quick and easy to install. Just $179 a square foot. Nobody beats our selection at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When you watched CBS3.
Holiday cheer is just in the air.
I know, I love this sunny music. Talk about a lot of fun, and there's so much to do down here. It's so beautiful.
Tony, what a great show.
Yeah.
What a better place to spend your Friday night than here at Bentleyville.
We're joined now by the mayor of Bentleyville himself, Nathan Bentley. Thanks for joining us tonight, Nate.
The whole team is here, so let's check in now with Kelly, who's having some fun while keeping track of sports. Hey, Kelly.
Live, local, CBS3. Your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth. Rock the Otter 3 live at the Bear.
The Blackwoods Blizzard Tour is back. Join in the fight against ALS and support a rider at BlackwoodsBlizzardTour.com. Plus, purchase tickets for the celebration dinner hosted by Blackwoods at Cirrus Aircraft on Saturday, February 1st. Brought to you by Blackwoods Grill and Bar and these fine sponsors.
President Trump tweeted Iran, quote, will be held fully responsible after protesters attacked the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Additional U.S. troops and equipment have been deployed this New Year's Eve to shore up security at the embassy. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
U.S. Marines are heading to Baghdad to fortify the U.S. Embassy. Hours after an estimated 6,000 Iraqi protesters attacked the embassy, throwing rocks, spraying graffiti on the walls, and torching a guard station. The protesters did not reach the main compound, and there are no plans to evacuate U.S. personnel. A State Department official confirmed to CBS News locally contracted guards fired tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the demonstrators, while the U.S. military helicopters fired flares overhead. The embassy attack followed U.S. airstrikes in Iraq and Syria that killed 25 fighters from an Iran-backed militia over the weekend. The Pentagon said those airstrikes were retaliation for a rocket attack on an Iraqi base near Kirkuk last week that killed one U.S. contractor and injured several U.S. and Iraqi servicemen. President Trump called on Iraqi forces to do a better job of securing the embassy and blames Iran for the embassy attack, as well as the escalation of tensions in the country.
Make no mistake about it. These are Iranian-sponsored, Iranian-backed, Iranian-coordinated attacks on American interests, and we've made clear this is not acceptable.
The president spent part of Tuesday at his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida, tweeting afterwards, very good meeting on the Middle East. In a statement, Senate Foreign Relations Committee ranking member Robert Menendez called on the Trump administration to immediately provide Congress a detailed explanation of how this security failure happened and a plan of action for protecting our diplomats.
The Iranian ambassador to the United States released a statement saying the U.S. is making allegations against Iran to divert attention away from the anger following the U.S. airstrikes. Neil's here for a quick look at sports. Neil, Wild tonight?
Yeah, they've been playing well, but they also played a team that's been also playing well.
Yeah.
So they look to close out the decade with a win against the red hot Toronto Maple Leafs. Those highlights coming up right after the break.
When other diets don't work, lose up to 1 pound of fat a day with Healthy Systems USA.
Hi, my name is Carol, and I started Healthy Systems USA 60 days ago, and I'm down 30 pounds.
Order online or call us today.
Every day, St. Luke's is committed to putting the patient above all else. Because we know each patient is a person, an individual, unique, special, and deserving of our best. We're proud to be part of the vibrant communities in our amazing region. It's truly our privilege to care for you and help you live life to the fullest. From all of us at St. Luke's, we wish you a happy and healthy holiday season.
Time is running out during the final days of the year. At Link Ford, our low prices are even lower. There's only 2 days left to save thousands on over 100 pre-owned vehicles under $20,000. 2016 Ford Focus, $9,254 or $149 per month. 2018 Escape, $18,579 or $299 per month. Don't miss out. It's the final days, final discounts at Link Ford in Minong or Rice Lake, where reputation is everything.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Leanne Valdez.
And I'm Austin Haskins. Thank you for joining us.
I think being in this industry, in this field, you never really stop working.
That's what I wanted to do. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go into meteorology because the weather up here can change the snap of a finger. You know, you don't want to be caught off guard.
Growing up, my dad would make me read the newspaper every day so I could practice reading and know what's going on. He'd always tell me, always know what's going on in the world.
Get to know us. Mornings on live local CBS3.
How do I take the 2020 census? In March 2020, every address in the country will receive an invitation to complete a simple questionnaire. And there are 3 ways to respond. Number 1, do it online. Number 2, call by phone. Number 3, send it by mail. For those who don't respond, a census taker from your community will follow up and assist you. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association.
When other diets don't work, lose up to 1 pound of fat a day with Healthy Systems USA.
My name is Brandon, and I lost 20 pounds. I didn't even feel hungry. I would definitely recommend Healthy Systems USA.
Order online or call us today.
After a not-so-great 3-1 loss to the New York Islanders on Sunday, the Minnesota Wild were back in action in a New Year's Eve tilt against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto has been playing well as of late, winners of 8 of their last 10. First period, Alex Kerfoot opens the scoring when he takes the centering pass and puts it in the back of the net. It's 1-0 Maple Leafs. To the second, now 2-0 Toronto. Maple Leafs on the power play. Austin Matthews beats Devin Dubnyk glove side. And the Wild would try to mount a comeback. Ryan Suter gets the wrister to go, pulling Minnesota within 2. But it was too little too late. The Wild suffered their second straight loss, 4-1. The Wilderness closed out 2019 on a high note, picking up the 5-3 win over the St. Cloud Blizzard. Former Hermantown Hawk Tyler Watkins led the Wilderness with 2 goals in the contest. The Wilderness next play at Aberdeen on January 3rd. We are just 1 day away from the granddaddy of them all, Badgers versus the Ducks in the Rose Bowl game. But as recent history shows, Wisconsin has struggled in the prestigious game in their last 3 appearances. Ranging from 2011 to 2013, Wisconsin has an 0-3 record in the Rose Bowl. Their last win came in 2000 when the Badgers took down the Stanford Cardinals 17-9. Head coach Paul Chryst assured his team is ready for the task at hand.
I've appreciated the way the guys have prepared,
and you need to prepare, but it hasn't been hard. You know, when you get to prepare for this game against a team like Oregon, that is, I'm not saying the game's going to be easy, but the preparation and the motivation, that's not a challenge.
For the first time ever, Minnesota will play Auburn as the two teams clash in the Outback Bowl. It's the 21st bowl game in program history for the Gophers, who are coming off their first 10-win season since 1905. P.J. Fleck will be looking for his second straight bowl win after leading Minnesota to win over Georgia Tech in the Quick Lane Bowl just a year ago. Now both those games will take place on New Year's Day. First up will be the Golden Gophers and the Tigers with kickoff scheduled for noon. Then later, Badgers and Ducks in the Rose Bowl. That game gets underway at 4. Starting pitching has been an area of need for the Twins the past couple seasons. Even more of a need recently after Kyle Gibson and Martin Perez both left in free agency. But on the final day of 2019, Minnesota finally came up with a solution, agreeing to a one-year deal with right-hander Homer Bailey. Bailey spent last season with the Royals and Athletics. He posted a 13-9 record with a 4.57 ERA in 31 games of action. Bailey will make $7 million this upcoming season. They weren't finished because they also added left-hander Rich Hill to the rotation. Hill's deal is for 1 year and worth $3 million, but his 16th season in the majors will be put on hold as he is recovering from surgery on his arm. The team expects Hill to be ready by mid-season. In 13 games for the Dodgers this past season, the left-hander posted a 4-run record with a 2.45 ERA. Now that's all for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. May hope brighten your holiday and inspire you in the new year. Happy holidays from Essentia Health.
Oh, wow, new Toyota? Yeah, we got a great deal at Toyotathon.
Yeah. Welcome to the final days of Toyotathon.
Whew, we made it.
Yeah, we did.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can lease an adventurous new 2020 Toyota RAV4 for $239 a month. Hurry in today.
Toyotathon is on, but it all ends January 6th.
Toyota, let's go places.
Some things just can't last forever, like Slushie here. And our best offer of the year during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event. But hurry, these amazing offers on select Ford models end soon. And so does your chance to earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. Now for a limited time, lease an F-150 for just $259 a month, or get over $11,500 in total savings. But hurry, it all ends January 2nd.
When you watched CBS3.
Holiday cheer is just in the air.
I know, I love the sound of that music. Talk about a lot of fun, and there's so much to do down here. It's so beautiful.
Tony, what a great show.
Yeah.
What a better place to spend your Friday night than here at Bentleyville.
We're joined now by the mayor of Bentleyville himself, Nathan Bentley. Thanks for joining us tonight, Nate.
The whole team is here, so let's check in now with Kelly, who's having some fun while keeping track of sports. Hey, Kelly.
Live, local, CBS3.
Census taker. Good pay, flexible hours. Help shape your community's future. Be a census taker. Apply today.
When news happens, CBS3 is there.
The smoke is still really heavy. You can smell it.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
Anytime, day or night.
And while this is a very active scene, the public is being asked to stay away from the area.
Good afternoon, I'm Kristen Baki. We're cutting in with a follow-up to some breaking news out of Cloquet this morning. CBS3 first got word of this fire and went to the scene at around 3:30.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3. Men's Wardrobe by Mainstream Fashions for Men. The annual Gift Givers sale is going on now through December 31st. Mainstream. Open Sundays noon to 4 until Christmas.
All right, Dave, pretty chilly out there for all the party goers tonight.
Yeah, some towns have already dipped below zero, but as clouds try to increase overnight, I think we'll actually warm up in a few places. Bottom line is overnight low temps should be in single digits region-wide, and we start with a clear sky initially to help egg on the cool down, But then we warm up tomorrow as the clouds thicken up. So partly to mostly cloudy tomorrow, high temp around 25 degrees, a hair warmer than normal. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a small little Weasley low pressure system will have enough oomph to thicken the clouds and maybe kick out a 30 to 40% chance for scattered snow showers. Probably not adding up to really anything. Second low pressure system by Sunday, though, does have a little more punch and a little more moisture and brings us a 50-50 shot at what looks like right now an inch or two of snow.
All right, we'll keep tracking that one. Thanks, Dave. Have a safe and happy New Year, everyone. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.